Hello, everyone, and welcome again to this new session. We present in the Archie Fridays weekly webinar series we have on IT architecture. So, as usual, as you already know, those sessions are presented on Fridays from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Paris time, and this is 1 hour session that delivers practical expert-led insights on specific strategic design and interesting topics related to architecture, including cloud patterns, emerging technologies, design patterns, architecture design patterns, and at the end, the goal is to empower architects, developers, and IT leaders to join first this community, to join those sessions, to participate or to actively participate in developing the audience and developing the topics and the subjects we are discovering here in Archie Fridays, and also to give you secure and so insights and knowledge about everything related to architecture and enterprise architecture. And today we have first I would welcome to I want to welcome Joel, who is joining our team in Archie Friday. So usually so Rodrigue is co-animating those sessions with me, but today we have Joel. So thank you very much, Joel, for joining the team, and welcome to this adventure. As always, so Rodrigue is with me, co-animating the session, and we have a special guest to present a very interesting topic, always related to ERP, CRMs, and AI, as we already promised. So the topic of today will be the intelligent ERP, exploring Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central and AI integrations with Stefano. So I will give the mic to our distinguished guest to present the topic, to present his profile. And of course, before starting, I would like to welcome him very much for joining the session and for accepting to be part of this of this session. Thank you very much, Stefano, and the mic is yours.
Thank you very much, and thank you a lot for the invitation. Very happy to be at this event, and I think that you are doing a great job on creating such a community. My goal for today is presenting an emerging topic, at least in the Microsoft world. So introducing AI inside their portfolio of business application. And today we will talk mainly about the ERP platform. So Dynamics 365 Business Center, that is the Microsoft leading ERP platform for the SaaS environment. Some very few words about me. I'm a Microsoft MVP, mainly working on Azure and the business application fields. I'm also leading the MCT community in Italy. Here you can find all my contacts. In any case, you want to reach me on some socials or on LinkedIn for any type of question you have also after this event. I don't spend a lot on this, but I prefer directly going into the topic. So first question is why AI in an ERP? So this is an emerging topic, and also Microsoft is increasing the AI adoption inside their business applications portfolio, and especially in the ERP platform. AI in the ERP is an interesting emerging topic, mainly because it can help on different type of tasks. Task that spans from automation of repetitive tasks. So AI can help you on automating repetitive processes, like, for example, data entry or data reporting, and speeding activities. Then also AI can help on improving efficiency and accuracy, because AI algorithms can analyze your data and do data prediction, data corrections, or something like that. Real-time analytics is also another interesting part where AI is coming. So AI inside the ERP is seeing a big transformation from something that is user-centric to something that is agentic-centric. So autonomous agents that can work inside the ERP and doing operations in the context of a user. So let's go into this path, and I want to show you what's there in the product, what Microsoft is done until today inside the standard products, and then I want to move and show you what you can do as a partner, as a developer, what you can do in order to enrich the AI features in your business application. So the first slide that I want to present is what's there inside the product. So what Microsoft has done inside Business Central. And Microsoft has introduced AI features inside the ERP in different micro categories, just to try to speed up some repetitive tasks that the user can do. So you have, for example, marketing text suggestion for items. You can have AI-driven bank account reconciliations, AI-driven insert of creation of sales orders, for example. I will show you some example later during the demo. And also, as in every Microsoft product, Microsoft has introduced the Copilot chat. The Copilot chat is probably you are familiar if you are used yet Copilot in every Microsoft product. It's a chat with AI that appears when you open the application and where you can ask questions about different topics. And in this case, inside the ERP, you can ask questions about ERP-related topics, so about your data, about your something like about your documents and something like that. Copilot in Business Central is compliant, obviously, with all the rules of the AI. So it's it has role-based security. So Copilots can only access data available to the user. So it respects the user permissions. So it only answers questions or permits you to do actions on the data that you can see and the data where you have permission to do some tasks. It's compliance. So it respects GDPR rules or something like that. So data don't leave the data boundary where you are. Also, if you are using AI features, it's also respect privacy. So Microsoft does not view your prompts or share your data with others. Your data will never go into the cloud or share with the cloud. They are not absolutely used to train the models. And also, Copilot inside the ERP respects responsible AI. This means that every action that the AI is suggesting is always committed inside the ERP only if the user grants. So this is for maintaining responsible AI control of the user. Copilot and AI inside the ERP, the Microsoft ERP is shifting also from the left part of the slide. So from a Copilot inside the ERP where the user is the driven, so it's a one-to-one connection between user and Copilot, to something like more complex. So something that is called agentic AI, where autonomous systems can work inside the ERP, can do process autonomously, and can also interact with the user. And Microsoft has introduced inside the ERP 2 agents at the moment that can work for the user. The first is the sales order agents. That is an AI process that can be used to automate the full process of handling sales quotes, sales item requests, and sales order for the user. So this is, in summary, what happens when what this agent is able to do. This agent is able to monitor a email inbox, and then it can check if these mail inbox are coming requests, for example, for item quotations or for sales order or something like that. It can work on these mails and it can create quotations. For example, if I'm writing to the agent that I want a quotation for these items, it can generate for me a quotation inside the Business Central ERP. It can ask to the user to check the quotation, review the quotation. If the user approve the quotations, the agent is able to automatically send the quotation as in email message, create an email message, and send the quotation to the end user, and can interact with the end user. So if the users answer to that quotation that is accepted, or maybe he wants some modifications or something like that, the agent autonomously can work on that, do the modification, always prompt the ERP user to review before sending, but it's automatically able to do that work for you until you receive the okay for the quotation, and then it can automatically generate the orders. The second agent is the payable agents. I will show it in a quick demo in a few minutes. The payable agent is the new agent that permits to handle the end-to-end processing of vendor invoices. So it monitors an email inbox, and it checks if in this email inbox are coming invoices from vendors, and then it can automatically extract the information of this invoice from the email message or from the PDF message, for example, and can automatically create a vendor invoice. To quickly show that in actions, when you open the Business Center ERP and you activate the agents, you can see that here I have 2 agents active. And from clicking here, I can go into the configuration of these agents. And if I want to activate the payable agents, I can simply click on activate, and the payable agent starts my setup. Here, I simply need to create an email address, email inbox, specify an email inbox where that the agent is able to monitor for incoming invoice. So I select my vendor invoice email inbox, and then I say that I want that the agents will able to monitor that email inbox. Then I update my agents, and I obviously accept the privacy and so on. My agent is now active and it starts working. I can directly close it, and when the agent has something is arriving in my inbox, the agent here is prompting me that something is happens, and now I have an email coming from a vendor. I can click on this email message, and I click review the email message, and here you can see that I have an email message coming from my vendor, and I can also see the PDF files attached to that email inbox. Here, the agent is able to check for this content of this PDF, so it's able to interpret the content of this PDF, and I can directly confirm the action, and then the agent is working. You can see here that I have a task where the agent is working. When the agent is finished, I can review its work. And you can see that now in Business Central, I have a draft vendor invoice where the agent was able to automatically extract the information from the vendor invoice, and it has also attached the PDF in my vendor invoice. If I have something to review, the agent prompts me that this data was read from PDF, check for accuracy, and also the agent is able to show me that I have also some fields that I need to review. So this is information extracted from the agent that was able to check that these are my GL accounts where the information is coming from the invoice should be placed. But I can always review that, and I can maybe change that if for me these are maybe not correct or something like that. You can see that also the agent has extracted the amount, and also some probably if you have variants in item or something like that, yes, also extracted the item. And in any moment I can go here and I can check and change something. If everything is okay, I can confirm, and then the agent is processing my draft invoice. And then when finished, it prompts me to finalize the purchase draft. And here I have my vendor invoice registered in my ERP. So this task can be fully automated. You can decide if you want the interaction with the user or not. And every time you have an invoice, this agent is able to handle the invoice and handle the payment and so on. So this is one of the examples of the autonomous agents that are placed inside the ERP platform. Obviously, these are all out-of-the-box features. So out-of-the-box features means that are created by Microsoft inside the ERP, and you can customize the usage, and adapt the usage to what you want. And all these features are agentic features, and AI features are At the moment, SaaS only. So are available in the SaaS platform. Agents are not available in the on-premise platform, so in the on-premise ERP. And you can also create your own AI features. And you have different ways to create your own AI features inside the Microsoft ERP. You can use, first of all, you can use the built-in SDK for creating AI solutions. The built-in SDK is nice because it wraps for you all the interactions with an AI model, and it automatically gives you all the user interface that you need to have in order to interact with the model. So you don't have to imagine to create a UI for interacting with the model, but just simply use that, and it wraps everything for you. Then you can go outside the ERP box, and you can also use tools, low-code tools like Copilot Studio or Azure Logic Apps in order to create agents for Business Central or for different other applications. But in this case, we are talking about Business Central. And later I will show what you can do in order to create autonomous agents or something like a chat agents that permits you to work with the ERP data, with your corporate data, and not generically speaking with AI models. And then obviously you can always use full code for creating more complex agentic solutions. So the first thing that I want to show you is the AI Copilot toolkit. The AI Copilot toolkit is a specialized toolkit that permits you to, as a developer, to integrate Azure OpenAI AI models and features inside the ERP without wrapping, without going to directly talk with the model, but it wraps for you everything, the complex of creating calls, receiving response, and so on. So everything is handled by the platform. You just need to create your own features as you want, and all the interaction with the AI model is done for you. And this is also helps you on accelerating the time to market in order to deploy solutions faster and more accurate. The first thing that I want you to show in this is before going to in depth on that is the main components. The main components, the Copilot toolkit, as said before, provides a layer for integrating with AI, and also provides the user interface for integrating with AI. The first user interface, the main user interface part, is the prompt dialog page. The prompt dialog page is a flexible in-app component that handles the interaction with the AI. So it permits you to write a question to the AI, and then it sends the question to the AI, so it changes the appearance, and then when receiving the response from the AI, it permits you to accept or reject the response coming from the AI. It permits you to handle the full path in the responsible AI way. So how this works, you start with a page where you can type a prompt. Then the prompt dialog page goes into the generate mode. Generate mode is something like a progress bar where you can see that the AI is in process now. The AI responds to you, and the page goes into the content mode where you have the response from the AI, and here you can accept or discard these features. All these AI features are always handled in a responsible way, and the feature governance in AI inside the ERP is handled by the IT administrator. So this is important. You cannot, in a business applications, provide AI solutions, and these AI solutions cannot be in control of the IT of the company. So in order to use AI inside Business Central, you need to, when you create a features in AI, you need to register that feature here. And here is where the page where all the features are listed, and where you can activate or deactivate the feature as an IT administrator. Very quickly, I want to show something about that. So, for example, let's start let me close this, and I go into my ERP, and for example, I select let's say squats, for example. I go into the sales quotes, and I open one sales quote. Imagine that I'm doing a sales quote, and during the creation of this sales quote, I want to, I'm in a call with my user, and my user say that I want, for example, do you have a black chair to propose me? And instead of going into my item list and checking if I have black chairs or something like that, I can ask the AI. And the AI here is able to suggest the sales line. So I can trigger these AI features. And here is the prompt dialog page that I previously mentioned. So a particular user interface where the user can type questions. So for example, here I can do something like add 3 black chairs. And what happens if I click on generate? AI is called now. And I don't have black chairs probably here. Let me change. I don't know the items, but no responses. But the concept is that the AI can trigger me the suggestions for some items that I have in my ERP. Probably I have let me try. Okay, because I forgot to mention that obviously if you have data in a particular language, it checks for that. So now I selected my language, and now, as you can see, is proposing my the black chair that I have in my system in quantity of 3 as inserted, and then I can click on insert, and only now when I approved, the 3 black chairs are inserted into my quotations. So this is very nice because it permits you to speed up your creation of sales order without going into the system, but it's AI driven. Another very quick feature that I want to show you about that can be AI driven by AI is the possibility to go into analysis mode from AI. So imagine that I go here into my sales order archive. Here is where in my ERP I have all the sales orders that I have in my system. And now I want to create a very quick analysis. For example, I don't know, the sales order amount by year and customer, something like that. I can. Business Center has a new features now that permits you to enter the analysis mode from here. And here you can create a pivot. But I can also directly now type analyze list from AI. Here Copilot appears. And here I can, for example, ask to create, I don't know, sales order amount by year, for example, grouped by customer name, something like that. I can click on generate. What happens is that a Copilot is interpreting my question, and now the Copilot automatically creates for me a pivot in analysis, data analysis, and exactly like in my question. So sales order amount by year and grouped by date. So here I have my year, here I have my customer name as requested, and if I click, so the sales amount for this customer is this in this year, and so on. And I can also drill down, and I can see that these are all open orders and so on. So I can see the orders. So the analysis is directly created for me. Obviously, you can also go into the details here and change something. So Copilot has speed up for me the work on creating this analysis without user interactions. So it's very, very powerful in order to drive AI solutions. And you can also obviously inject your AI solutions where you want. So as said before, let me jump out of that. The first, when you create a solution, you need to register the solution into the Copilot and agent capabilities page. And here is where every AI solution is registered. So here you can see that I also have my custom demo. Here is where the admin can activate or deactivate the features. So AI is always, all the AI features must, in order to be used, must be registered inside this page automatically from code. And the administrator can disable or enable the feature. So for example, I don't want the sales order suggestion, I can going into this feature and deactivate this feature. So it's always governed by the IT administrator of the company. And when you have a custom features, like here I create a very stupid custom feature, this is how the page appears. So the page can be triggered from any page. And here I can ask some question. I don't know, where is Paris, something like that. Very stupid question, but imagine that to have obviously more complex question here, just to show how the page appears. So the page appears as a progress bar when goes into Copilot, and then it answers with the question coming from the AI. You have always the user interface that permits you to re-edit the question or discard the question, and so on. So this is the Copilot toolkit that is automatically available inside Business Central. Now let's go into something more complex, probably. So how can you create agents that work with your Business Central data? One of the first options is Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio is a low-code platform provided by Microsoft for creating AI-powered agents that can automate tasks, answer user questions, and so on. And the power of Copilot Studio is that it relies on the Power Platform connectors. So it has hundreds and hundreds of connectors that permits you to interact with any application you have, and in a full low-code way. So you don't have to write any code in order to create agents. And Copilot Studio permits you to create agents that can work with any application you have. And I will show you, an example of usage of Copilot Studio. So this is how Copilot Studio appears. Copilot Studio has a different set of tabs. You can start by creating agents from scratch by clicking on agents here, or directly you can start from the main page here. And here you can start your agent's idea, something like that. So for example, I don't know, help me to identify customers that I need to follow up for account receivables, for example, something like that. So it's really what I want to create. And I can click, and then here I automatically prompted into a creation of an agent. Here is where the page that permits me to create an agent. Here I have a set of suggestions on what the agent can do, the prompt that I can do or something like that. I don't accept actually the suggestion just because I want to show you from scratch how to create an agent. So I click on create. And now I'm inside my agent creation. And from here, I can go into the describe the agents, and from here I can enrich my agent of tools. These are particularly important in order to work with the ERP data. So I can go into the tools section, and in the tools section, I can add a tool. And here you can see that there are hundreds and hundreds of connectors for any type of application you have, or you want, any business application you want. These are all the connectors that you have available, for example, in Power Platform, or the connector that you have available on the Azure Logic Apps platform. I'm searching for, in this case, for Business Central, because I want to work with my ERP data. And Business Central is a native connector for Copilot Studio. So here I want to work with customers in this case, in my example, because my goal for this agent is to identify customers that and permit me to interact with and ask questions about customers. So I can add my agent to a tool, and the tool is the Find Record tool. That is a tool that permits you to retrieve records from, in this case, Business Central. I select the Find Records tool, and I click on Add and Configure, and these tools will be added to my agents, and now I can set up this tool. I can change the information, so here it's always better to describe what this tool is doing. So let's say it retrieves retrieves informations, something like that, informations from Business Central customers, something like that. And now I can configure this tool. The tool has a connection with my ERP, and then I need to define what is the environment that I want to connect. So where ERP environment I want to connect. Business Central is a multi-environment ERP. So as you can see here, I have different environments. I want to work with the sandbox environments in this case. And Business Central is also multi-company. So I can select the company inside my environment where the agent will work. And I need to also select the API version that the agent will use, and the name of the entity that the agent will work with. In my case, is the customers. And then I can also specify how the agent should answer. The agent should not never answer, but or should send a specific response, or it can auto-generate the response. Now I want that the agent will write the response with generative AI. So it is the agent that will perform the response in the format he wants. And then I click on Save. And after saving, you can test the agent. So if the agent is working, now I can ask something like, I don't know, which customer has the highest balance, something like that. So highest. And now the agent is working. It calls an AI model. And the first time, it's obviously asked me for an authorization to handle the connection. And now the agent is going into my ERP system, and it's extracting data according to my user's question. So now I have a bot, an agent that I can deploy, publish on any as a web agents, or on Teams, or on different platforms that works with my Business Central data. I can also add different other questions, like this: list all customers with an overdue balance, something like that. So a more complex question that asks the agent to go and perform more complex operations. And now here the agent is responding me, saying that the list of customers with an overdue balance are these 5 customers, and so on. So I can very quickly interact with my ERP system in a fully native language way. And this is quite powerful because it changed the way on how users can interact with their data. So doing probably extracting this data from the ERP requires that a user need to go into the every customer, check its finance details, and check if it has overdue documents. In this case, the AI has done that for me. So I done nothing. The AI has worked in my data and then extracting my the result I want. So very quick in order to handle the interaction. And this is Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio has lots of pros, obviously, because it permits easily to create agents that work with your corporate data. So in this case, with my ERP data, but also some limitations. One of the limitations, obviously, is that it works inside the Dataverse environment. So it's connected to Power Platform environment, the Dataverse environment. You cannot scale it as you want. You cannot deploy it in the exactly region you want, but is connected directly and tied to your Dataverse environment. What happens if you want something more scalable, something more that you can turn up the platform, or probably the Copilot Studio cannot satisfy all these requirements. But Microsoft has recently launched a new platform running on Azure, a new extension of the Logic Apps platform. Logic Apps in the Azure world is what I always call the father of Power Automate. So Logic Apps is a platform running on Azure to create low-code workflows in the enterprise world. And Logic Apps now has also what is called the Azure Logic Apps Agent Loop. And the Agent Loop is a new capability in Azure Logic Apps that permits you to build autonomous agents and embed these autonomous agents into workflows. The Azure Logic Apps Agent Loops has two main type of workflows. Conversational agents. Conversational agents are agents that starts with a chat session. So agents that when you want to create, for example, chat messages. And probably, at least in my opinion, the most interesting are the autonomous agents. Autonomous agents are agents that starts with any available supported trigger. So, for example, from an HTTP request, or maybe from events that S.p.A. are created inside your ERP system. For example, every time a customer is creating my ERP system, I wanted an agent is creating in order to do something. Every time an item is created in my ERP system, I want to call an agent that, for example, goes into the and checking in internet if this item has some blocks for regulations or something like that. So you can trigger an agent from any of the supported trigger that happens inside your business application and also inside Azure in general. And this is absolutely a powerful option that now you have for handling this type of agent. And I want to show you that in action. So when you, these are agents creating on Azure that works with your corporate ERP data in this case, or corporate business applications. So in my case, here I have created a Logic Apps standard on Azure. And in Logic Apps, now you have this workflows tab, and permits you to create workflows. And if you have workflows in Logic Apps, now you have the possibility to select different type of workflows. Standard workflow as the stateful and stateless. These are workflows exactly like Power Automate. Probably someone of you may recall. But now you have also two agents workflows, agentic workflows, the autonomous and the conversational workflows. And the autonomous is what I want to show because it's the workflows that can, this an agent that can be triggered from any event you have in Azure, in your business application, on every on other application everywhere. So I'm creating a previously created this agent that I want to show, and this agent called D65BC agent. And what happens here when you create an agent in Logic Apps Agent Loop? The agent can have a trigger, always have a trigger. The trigger is the event that will start the agent. The agent can be started manually or can be started automatically when an event occurs. An event, as I said before, can be an event coming from your ERP system. So here you can have a trigger that is, you can have Business Central as a trigger. When a customer is creating Business Central, when an event is in the Business Central process starts, when an invoice is posted or something like that. Or here I create a simple HTTP request. So when an HTTP request is sent with some parameters to this agent. And when you specify the HTTP request, you can also specify the parameter. In my case, in this agent, I have a user prompt where type is string. This is my parameter that I want to use for triggering an agent. But the most interesting part is not the trigger. The most interesting part is the second part that you can see here. So in this example, I want to, when you create an agent with the Azure Logic Apps Agent Loop, it creates this box called agent. And in this box called agent, you can specify the AI model that this agent will use. You can select from any available AI model that you have in your Azure subscription. And you can specify a system prompt. The system prompt are the instructions that the agents need to understand and respect in order to perform a task. In this case, I'm saying to the agent that you are an agent that retrieves financial information from Business Central. What you need to do is specify in this set of rules. You need to call the appropriate tool when needed, in order to solve the user question. You need to summarize the data. And then when you have summarized the data, you need to generate an email. The email must have a subject created by you and the body that contains the summarized data. The body must be formatted in HTML for readability, and sends the email without asking any confirmation. So I want automatically you send the email, this report to email. And I also added here that please prioritize clarity and brevity in summary. So just don't create a too much long text, but goes into the details. So you can absolutely specify what you want. And here I'm passing the user prompt that is coming from the request. After defining the main agent, the main agent can be enriched by tools. And here I have two tools. The first tool is the tool, exactly like what I was creating previously, that the goal of this tool is retrieving customer information from Business Central. And here I'm using the find records action in Business Central to retrieve customers. But as you can see here, I'm doing nothing. I'm simply retrieving customer. Stop. Then there's the second tool called send email. And this second tool, important to always write the description because the agent will interpret the description to do actions. Here is sending an email to subscribers. And this second tool is generating an email with the subject and with the body. Subject and body are two agent parameters. In every agent, you can create parameters. And these parameters are automatically filled by the agents according to your prompt. What happens? So here, as you can see, I'm creating nothing code. Simply define an agent with a prompt and two tools. One is the tools that retrieves Business Central customers, and one is the tool that simply generates an email. In this second tool, there's no instructions on what I need to want or how the email should generate, because it's the main agents that will be responsible for that. Let me show you what happens if I run this. So now I run it with the payload because the trigger is the HTTP trigger. So let me do something like this. I prompt a JSON, imagining that this JSON is coming from an HTTP call. So in this JSON, I'm passing a variable called user prompt as I defined in my application. And in the user prompt, there's my text. So give me all customer with an overview balance. If I run this, the agent is starting. So the agent starts. I can go into the run history, and I can see that I have an agent running. And the agent will perform its works. It probably takes some time. And then when it's finished, I can go into the agents and I can see that he has extracted a set of informations. The summary, so he has extracted the customers that are the overview balance, as you can see here. And he also generated an email report. The email report I should have received in my inbox. Let me check my inbox for the email. Okay, here is the inbox I've just received, and this is the email report. So saying that these are the customers with the overview balance and so on, exactly like here. So all is done by the agents. I've done nothing in code. So I can obviously write some more. I want a chart. I want a more advanced email. You can obviously improve that. But the concept is that here, in this way, I am able to create agents that spans across applications, not only Business Central, but maybe I can also say that give me the customers from Business Central with the overview balance, and then goes into the other system, check for other data, and create me a summary or something like that. So this is fully agentic and fully created by AI, and this permits you to speed up absolutely your experience inside Business Central. As said before, this is what I want to show you in this presentation. But just before closing, just remember that AI in business applications and in the Microsoft Word is not only low-code technologies. We have now very powerful low-code technologies like what I showed before, Copilot Studio or the Azure Logic Apps platform. But you can also create agents that work with business application with full code. And Microsoft has recently launched the Microsoft Agent Framework, that is an open source SDK available for C# and Python at the moment, that permits you to simplify the orchestration of multi-agent system and create agentic systems. With the Agent Framework, you can declare agents that work in full code. So create agents in, for example, I don't know, .NET. And you can also create agentic patterns, so multi-agents that works and respect some of this pattern, like the sequential pattern. So agent 1 finish the agent 1 finish its works and then moves the work to agent 2 and so on. Or the concurrent pattern. The concurrent pattern means that you can create agents that work concurrently in a task and then at the end collects their result, and this collected result is provided to the end user. Or more complex chart, like for example the handoff. The handoff is a main agent that routes the question to the right agents according to the needed, and then according to the response can route to the other. Or the group chat. The group chat is an agent that main agents receive a token, send this token to user A, user B, user C, so agent A, agent B, agent C, and then receive the response from all the others and creates a summarization. So this is what these are the patterns supported by the agent framework. Maybe we have you can have also in another section to show you exactly that. So why AI in ERP is an emerging topic, and why Microsoft is investing a lot in AI in the ERP field, mainly because it delivers real-time insight and automations for the end user and improve efficiency. AI inside a business application like an ERP, one of the core application in a company, permits you to work intelligently with your data, saving time, and this is absolutely an important part of that. You have embedded tools inside the products coming from Microsoft, but you have also the technologies to create your own AI solutions today in order to enrich business applications, like what I quickly show you in this presentation. So it's an emerging trend. It's an emerging topic. You will see more in the next months for sure. There are lots of in the plan for improving that, also for improving the Logic Apps platform that I previously showed. So stay tuned after Ignite because something will be out. Okay, this ends my presentation of this topic. I hope that this will be open-minded and useful. And
Yes,
I'm
of course.
answer questions.
Yes, of course. So first of all, thank you very much, Stefano, for this presentation and all the details related to how we can integrate the use of artificial intelligence and whether this is a built-in feature or something that we can create with additional, let's say, services or functionalities on the Azure cloud. We can include them into Business Central or in Dynamic 365. And really, I also join what you have said. This is a very, let's say, big topic, and having only 1 hour is not enough to cover everything that we need to present and need to talk about. And this was the point of the discussions or the sessions that we try to organize for October and November too, because the upcoming sessions will be all related to covering the AI features that we may have in Dynamics 365. So with different and various applications and products. And at least we said that this can be interesting for the audience, also interesting for the speakers who join the session and can review the sessions on YouTube, since they already know the products, and maybe presenting this type of application and the use of artificial intelligence from different perspectives and use cases and applications. This can also be beneficial for most of them. And of course, once again, everything will be recorded and available on YouTube, so we can review everything starting from there. And of course, we will keep contact with you for any upcoming updates or any new topics that you want to share, because having you in those sessions is very valuable for us, is very valuable for the audience. And as you know, this is very special session with you, because at the same time you have talked about the tool and you have demonstrated and presented how we can implement that directly on Business Central. And this is also very important, just to avoid only talking about something without having or presenting any demo for this. So yes, thank you. And I think that we have many questions in the chat. I don't know if you have access to the chat, that you can see those questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I give you the time to review those questions one by one, and we can discuss the answers if you want. So welcome back, Rodrigo.
Okay.
Maybe you can start with the last question.
The last one.
Question. Last payable.
Yeah.
Dice payable agent is coming to the Dynamics F&O. It's actually a game changer. Payable agent, F&O is not on my radar at the moment, so I cannot say that F&O has or yet in plan for that. The payable agent, the agent that you will see in Business Central will be probably available in F&O because the plans are to you have the same user experience across the Dynamics 365 ERP systems. So I'm not sure if it's actually at the moment available, or because as I said, I'm not following the F&O part. But if not yet available or in plan, it's something that will be planned for the near future. I can go on all the questions. So I will start from this first, and then I will go to from the bottom. How can an agent state be persistent across long-running or interrupted task? This is an agent persists an agent inside the product, inside Business Center, persists its state across session because the state is under the hood saved and retrieved on every steps of the session. So the standard agents inside the product persist the state. If instead you create an agent from scratch, so from outside the ERP box, you need to handle that. The Logic Apps agent that I previously showed persisted the state. So if you have action that are long running or require a human in the loop or something like that, the state of the previously action are automatically saved under the hood in the Azure storage, totally transparent for you. And then the agent can wait and can resume from the last state. And this is the same that happens in the Business Central agent standard. So if you have interrupted task or human in the loop and the human waits for interacting, the state is preserved. Is Copilot in Business Central available in all standard license today, or we need to pay for any fees for that feature? Yes, Copilot in Business Central at the moment is available in every standard license. You don't have to pay nothing. The only thing that I want to mention is that the agent instead are under a particular billing. Agents, you have a free credit available when you start the Business Central environments, and when you you have user licenses that permits you to use that agent for free. If you go outside of these limits, you need to purchase some credits, and these credits are the Copilot messages credit, exactly like Copilot message. You need to go to link your Business Central environment to a Power Platform environment. It's just a click. And then from that Power Platform environment, you can acquire a Copilot Studio pack of messages. These are packs of messages, tokens, that you can consume or pay, or you can use a pay-per-use. Pay-per-use means that just set up a billing, and then every month, if you go over your monthly limit, you pay a 0. something for token, exactly like using an AI model. See the wide range of possibilities and capabilities, including AI in business. What will be for someone new to AI in Business Central? What's the very first Copilot agent that should turn on to see instant value? Yes, here there are lots of, despite the agents that probably are the most emphasized features, AI features inside Business Central, there are a large set of other features, small features probably, but that can absolutely help the productivity. One of the first, in my personal opinion, that can be different from many, but my personal opinion that the AI features that I have in Business Center that I use the most are the data analysis. So the features that I previously showed, where you can automatically go into a list, the sales order list, and automatically type the analysis that you want, and the AI can interpret that and provide you the output. This is a very useful features. Or the second feature that I always use a lot is there's a nice feature in the documents. So sales order, for example, that permits you to drag and drop a file, every file you want, and these features automatically interpret the content of this file and permits you to automatically create the sales order lines. This is a quite common feature in an ERP world, because in many ERP systems you receive, for example, a sales order from an Excel file from a customer, and every customer has its different file or something like that. And now you can simply take this file, go drag and drop this file to the AI box and say to the AI, okay, create me the sales order from this file. The AI can interpret every file you type and creates for you the sales order. So these are very, very powerful features. And also there are interesting agents that permits you to analyze how your stocks are moving or something like that. How can organization implement governance in Business Center to control which copilot or agent have access to sensitive data. Yes, this is an important topic. I previously showed that every AI features can be controlled by a particular panel inside the Business Central called the Copilot and AI capabilities. And these AI features can be turned on or off accordingly to the rules that a particular company have. So some can be enabled, some can be disabled. But despite that, we are living in the AI, agentic AI world, and agents can run in the context of a user. So when you have agents, you can assign roles and permissions to the agent. So every agent can only see and can only work on the data you want. So there's exactly like assigning a permission to an end user. So I want that this data can only see the financial, this data can only see the inventory, and not mixed. So it absolutely tailored to the roles that you as a company assign to that agent. From your experience, what are the best practices for integrating AI models with Business Central while keeping security and performance in check? Yes, integrating AI in Business Central requires for sure a bit of tuning, especially in permissions, because as I said before, agents must be tailored to and see only what I want that they see, not they cannot take decision or see data that I don't want that an agent should see. So Business Center permits that, handles that. When you define an agent, you can assign it a permission set. And the permission set is a set of rules that defines what are the tables and the entities and the actions that the agent can do or can take. This is absolutely the first level of security that you can do. The second is obviously monitoring. So every agent can be monitored in telemetry. Business Center handles telemetry under the hood in Azure application inside. So every action that the agent are doing is monitoring telemetry, and you can review that. So this is absolutely auditor compliant in order to satisfy also that requirement. And related to performance, agents are can be inside or outside Business Central. Outside Business Central, if you enrich agent of tools relies on APIs pages under the hood. So it's important that you define clearly API pages that you want that an agent is using, clearly define the scope and the target and the prompt of the user of the agent. Prompt is not only in Business Central agents, but generally speaking, is absolutely probably the main part when you define an agent, because as I say as I show in the demo, when I created the agent with Logic Apps or Copilot Studio, I simply type the prompt. There's no code on this. I not called APIs. I not called something to generate the report in the email message. I simply specify the prompt, and more the prompt is accurate, more the agent is performant, and more the agent is tailored to your rules. Sometimes agents seem slow simply because the prompt is already formatted. So prompt is key in the AI world. I cannot see other questions, so probably we have finished.
Hello?
I don't see your sound. No, I don't see nothing.
Do you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Yeah, we have some question on LinkedIn side in the chat of LinkedIn. I will take the last one. Do you have any news about the Business Central MCP protocol, which is normally scheduled for release this month.
Yes, I have a lot of news, but the MCP in Business Central will be announced next week in Direction S.p.A. Microsoft rules are to don't speak about the MCP until the announcement. So Business Central will be enriched with the MCP, an MCP at the moment one, but probably more than one in the near future, MCP server that will permit you to work with Business Central data from Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio will be the main tool for doing that, but not only will not be fully linked to Copilot Studio. This MCP server will be also available for other clients. Will permit you to work with your Business Central data. Will be fully configurable from Business Central, so no coding required. And but the announcement will be next week at the Direction S.p.A. conference in Poznan. So I cannot show you something on that until that date.
Okay, thank you. Maybe the last question, just 1 second. Now, it's is there a business trigger that can lead us to consider using an agent when we have to develop a solution?
Yes, you can absolutely trigger agents from business events. This is one of my personal things that I love the most. You can, in Business Central, declare external business events, particular events that can be triggered on code. And this external business event can be used to trigger agents. So an agent can be started when something occurs in your Business Central code, every action you want. And can take but related to agents, starting from next week, something more will be announced. Also, the possibility to declare agents inside the business application. So let's tune the news coming from starting from next week.
Okay, thank you. I think there's not another question, and Semi have an issue.
Can you hear me, please?
Its mic. Yeah, we can
Can
hear
you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah, good. So, sorry, I thought I had a problem with the mic. Okay, so for the presentation, Stefano, we have one of the
Yes, the presentation I will share with you. Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you.
so thank you very much for this. And just before closing this session, I would like to address this this point too. For those who want to use this presentation and to take any information from that or any slide page, so please don't forget to reference Stefano for this. This is a copyrighted, let's say, material. So if you want to use this presentation, don't forget to add the reference and also to mention Stefano if you are using that in one of your presentations or in one of the documentations. This is really important. Thank you very much. That was for me the last point. I don't know if you have anything to add. Joel, Stefano, Rodrigue, is that okay?
No, from my side, if someone of the attendees will be in Directions EMEA conference next week, we will see you. I hope we'll see you around. We will have sessions about some of these topics. We will also announce some very cool tools that you can start using from next week especially on the MCP side. So I cannot say more now, but next week, if you come to that conference, you will show something new.
Sure. Thank you very much, Stefano, for sharing this. Would it
Thank
be in person or virtual or?
Yes, it will be in
And
person.
hybrid.
It's an in-person, one of the
So-
largest event in Europe for the business.
Yes, if you
application.
have the details, you can send us the details. We can publish this maybe in the audience. We have
Absolutely, we will.
some
All the
persons
details
they
will
would
be
interested.
available. Yes.
Sure. And of course, if you are participating to any type of conference or virtual events related to this topic, you can share this with us too. We can share with the audience, and that will be great.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We can maybe schedule a second, more in-depth session on some of these topics that we cannot be
Yes.
covered today.
Sure. So thank you very much for all of you.
Thank you very much for everybody of you. Thank you very much for the attendees, and see you soon.
Thank you, Stefano. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just
thank you.
Before to close, Semi, I want to share something. I will share my screen. Just once again. Yeah, as you know, Stefano is not just a speaker. He writes a good book. To be honest, I have read it many times. It's like a kind of a Bible when I want to learn how we can develop some custom stuff with Business Central. So, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So don't hesitate to take a time to read this book, to buy it. Of course, Mastery Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. It's a must-have for those who want to improve their knowledge about this area. So don't hesitate. And that's my last word. So thank you again, Stefan, for coming
Thanks
in
a lot
our show.
to you, and
we
thanks a lot
hope
for your, what you are doing for these great Archi Fridays initiatives. That is absolutely interesting.
Okay, thank you for your support.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Thank
day,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you next time.